Peter Manley or our walk-on girl Nikki. The boos ring out around Ali Pally. The man they love to hate, Peter Wonder Manley, lost to Kirk Shepherd in the quarter-finals last year. The final match on day 3 of the Worlds here at Ali Pally. Your commentators Nigel Pearson and John Gwynn.
Yeah, thanks very much, Dave. Well, we've had our woman on the stage, of course, Anastasia. Now it's the Manley moment, and in the form of Peter Manley and this man, Mensur Suljovic from Austria. Well, a player I hadn't heard of until this time last year, and frankly, had to say last year, didn't give him a prayer against Andy Smith, but how he shaped and then played very, very well against John Part. So this man, Peter Manley, of course 3 times a finalist, really does have a match on his hands here, Nigel, if the Austrian can produce the form of 12 months ago, and even the fact that he's here suggests that he might.
Absolutely, John, and Manley, one of the most instantly recognisable players in the game. And as you heard in his interview there, he's in demand for exhibitions, and he's very, very busy up and down the country, but very popular, despite the boos at the big tournaments. And Mensur Suljovic, 18 grand ball starts that he's using, second round last year, as you've just mentioned, John, before going out to John Part, who of course went on to win the world title last year. And yes, if he hits gear, top gear early on, he can push Peter Manley hard here.
First set, first leg.
Yes, it'll be good night Vienna for one of them. I reckon it ought not to be Manley, but you never know. This week so far has produced 1 or 2 surprises and 1 or 2 shocks. So, good game expected. The man in the pink against the man in the red. Game on.
And the winner will face Mark Dudbridge, who we saw just edge over the winning post against Nick Fulwell this afternoon. And that game, the second round game against Dudbridge, will take place next Saturday. So the winner up against Flash next weekend. Will it be this man, Peter Wonder Manley, or will it be Suljovic? Just seen Barneveld in magnificent form.
100.
He's hit top gear from the start. And both these players, in an ideal world, will hit top form straight away. So
100.
important to get off to a good start. This is the final game of day 3 of the Ladbrokes.com World Darts Championship.
Yes, David, you've seen some fabulous games. Manley, 181 left now, having scored 120. Maybe looking for the maximum.
140.
Well, he's on a finish, so no props.
Got to the last 16 of the European Championship recently, and got to the quarterfinals of the Antwerp Darts Trophy Players Championship earlier this year as well. Edging towards the top 50, Suljovic, but
60.
Manley adrift there. And Suljovic with the darts, with the throw. Hoping to take an early lead here, but Manley will step up for a 101 checkout.
48.
Yeah, a variety of ways of going for this. Even saw one player earlier today going for the bull for the first dart, but this is a more conventional route. We'll be looking across at 14s. That should leave 20. Indeed it does. Now, it'll be interesting to see here. Ought to go the bull route, but we'll see if he does. He does indeed. 43 left. Now, he may well come down for 3 and tops. He could, of course, go 11 double 16. He could go 7 double 18. 3 now tops.
53.
Well, first leg, he could have won it, Nigel. He might still if Manley doesn't take this out.
Double 10 for Manley. Needs 5s now to break the throw. Gets there. Peter Manley takes an early lead then. Breaks Suljovic's throw. once again, it's the first of 3 sets that goes through as the winner to face Studbridge next weekend. And it's a good start from Manley.
Yeah, workmanlike, this lad. I wouldn't say he's got the most gainly of actions, but as I say, he surprised a few of us last year. And you've just mentioned some of his achievements during this calendar year. So, if not a force to be reckoned with, certainly a man you can't take lightly.
A man to respect.
45.
Peter Manley's had a pretty good year. He's at number 13 in the order of merit. That's rather low in the league table for him, of course. Been in the top echelons for quite a number of years, but you might say he's upwardly mobile again after a disappointing spell.
99.
It was such an unpredictable tournament last year, wasn't it, John? And Manley got to the quarterfinals, and Mardle, many people believe that Wayne Mardle blew his best chance of becoming world champion in last year's tournament. But Manley getting through to the quarterfinals and losing to Kirk Shepherd 12 months ago.
124. Game shot on the second.
Peter
leg.
Manley there
Peter
didn't
Manley.
have to go that
Third
route,
leg
but
is Mensur
my, that was
Suljovic.
impudence and confidence combined. And what a finish on a 1-2-4, let me reiterate. 124, got the treble 20. And with Suljovic back on 176, very, very surprised he went that route, but he hit it absolutely perfectly. 14 on the ball. Brilliant. Can't argue with that.
Yeah, superb from Manley. Suljovic on the back foot in this set already, but that was good play on that visit to the board. A little bit wayward with the second dart, Manley, but rounded it off in style.
Normally in those circumstances, of course, Nigel at 64 with 2 darts in your hand, the other fella not on a finish, you'd go treble 16, double 8. But Manley is Manley.
136.
Well, when he's in the mood, Manley, he's tough to beat, and he's clearly in the mood. The way he hit that bullseye. Suljovic now stepping up, though. 85 needed. 69 remaining.
Yes, he's actually doing a Peter Manley there. Manley introduced this throwing at the ball in the low 80s, 81 to 85. The Austrian there actually choosing to go the Manley way, if you like. But in the end, he's left himself tops and really ought to break his duck here.
Mensur, you require 40.
Tops he needs then, Suljovic, and gets there with a first dart on the visit to the board, and he's back in this set. But Manley, crucially here, has the throw to take out the first set. Could have done with a treble there, though. Suljovic may just sniff an opportunity now.
Yeah, this is where you want your 180, your 140, and there's a good start to one or the other. Now then, hit another treble. Lucky. Needed another, I think, really. Manley doesn't hit 60 and then another low score too often, though he could do here.
85.
Well, we needed that treble, Manley. Suljovic steps up here, averaging almost 90 in the game so far. And could have done with the treble there. Some interesting release that he's got. Flick of the wrist.
Yes, he's a pusher of the dart, isn't he, rather than a thrower of the dart. Distinct difference between
85.
the style of Peter Manley and that of this man. Draw the dart back quite as far as most other players.
58.
And tends to push it out towards the board.
Well, Manley has
100.
given the expression that he's not really too happy the way the game has developed for him over the last 5 minutes or so. He got off to that great start, but he's
60.
given Suljovic a little bit of hope, and now a big visit from Manley to try and stamp some authority on this opening set of the game.
90.
Well, a useful ball there to leave him 81. And Suljovic here looking for another one of those at least. Gets it, lovely darts, oh yes. Oh yes, 46 left, brilliant darts from the Austrian.
Certainly was, John, and he's put Manley under pressure now. 81 needed. Manley taking his time.
See what I mean by low 80s, he goes for the ball. Now then, double 10. Oh, he's finished it off perfectly, not a punch.
Next weekend, Dunbridge scraping through this afternoon. And Manley steps up to throw first in the second set to try and take a firm grip on this match, John.
100.
Yeah, we've had 4 doubles hit in this game, 3 by Manley, 1 by Suljovic, and Manley 3 out of 4, 75%.
86.
Not quite one dart, but nearly. And Suljovic, you know, 1 out of 2. So impressive on that particular score this match has been. Of course, one of those
60.
doubles hit first time was that bullseye. Took us all by surprise, that 1-2-4 finish.
But that's Peter Manley all over. Full of surprises.
100.
And Suljovic, averaging 90, hasn't played badly in this game.
No, he's a scrapper. He was behind last year against Andy Smith and scrapped
60.
away and eventually won the day. And John Part didn't have it entirely all his own way against him in the second round.
85.
And he'll have benefited from the experience of last year's tournament as well. A man known as the Gentle. Manley
100.
hasn't quite hit that consistency that we know he can achieve. Hasn't hit the consistent big scores yet. But he's one set up in the match. Peter Manley.
Runner-up 10 years ago, runner-up 3 years later in 2002, runner-up 4 years after that, 3 years ago, 2006. Peter Manley. Now then, 25 means that he's 65 left. He's going for the ball here. Unlucky.
65.
Great darts, those. Great effort.
41.
And good thinking too there, Nigel. Nearly paid off.
Certainly was. Full credit to him. Tops now for Manley. Middle of the bed. His finishing is good, that's for sure. And he takes the first leg of the second set of the game. And Suljovic now knows he must hold his throw here. Has to, it's as simple as that.
Well, we saw some impressive finishing from Wayne Mardle earlier this evening. Near 70% checkout, 9 out of 13. His 9 legs were won in only 13 darts at a double. Peter Manley here, 4 out of 5. So far, even better. Of course, time for him to miss a few yet, but it's an impressive start by the number 13 ranked player.
Yeah, Manley creeping back towards the top 10. He's re-establishing himself. Decent runs in the Las Vegas Desert Classic and the European Championship. Kick-started his season, really. And he'd love nothing more than a long, long run in the biggest of them all, the World Championships.
100.
Safe and steady ton, but a chance here for Suljovic to really make inroads. That's 147 left.
95.
Well, should leave 132. Indeed, it does. And got to win these legs on his throw, Nigel. Somehow hope to break Manley, but how do you when he's throwing like that? 63 left for Manley. Wants another one of those for double 16. Oh, it's double 16 for a remarkable finish. Oh, unlucky. 2 balls, brilliant. That's his 100, and then Well, here we go, Nige. Double six he wants, mate.
And Manley takes it out. What a brave effort that was from Suljovic. But the sign of a true world-class player is that Peter Manley steps up and takes out the leg on his next visit. 83% check-out success rate for Peter Manley, and that has been decisive in this match. There we see just one miss so far for Manley. As Suljovic steps up and gets the 180.
Well, he's at a 177, he's now at a 180, and the story of this set is not told by the score entirely, because Suljovic has had a dart at the bull in the opening leg, and he hit the 25 right on the wide. Remember when he went for 65? Then he had those remarkable darts, two bulls for 132 and just missed the double 16. On each occasion, Manley has stepped up and rather disdainfully just taken out the finish. As if to say, you get no more chance, mate, sorry. When he's in that kind of mood, really bullying and browbeating his opponent, Manley, brutally effective.
Well, big score here from Manley will put doubt in Suljovic's mind.
100.
And it was a steady turn, but Suljovic stepping up now. We know he's capable of setting up some big finishes.
Yeah, that's the Dutchman's way of going for 1-2-1. Roland Shelton, Ray Barneveld both use it. I know a few others who do, frankly, but here we go. 87 left. Treble 17's a little cracker. Well, 70 left. Suljovic here has a great chance to at least win a leg against the throw, Nige.
Yeah. And Suljovic steps up here now then to try and win the leg. And he would argue he deserves this. Tops for Suljovic. Now double 10. Has to take it out. He's under pressure. And it's the middle of the bed. And no mistake from Suljovic that time. And I think it's fair to say, John, on the balance of the way the game has gone, Suljovic deserves that because of the way that he's scored points and built his game accordingly.
Yeah, it wouldn't have been justice if he'd lost this set 3-0 after his two attempts at the double finishing earlier. And that double 10, compared with what he's had a go at, must have seemed like as wide as the Danube. And he knows the Danube pretty well, I reckon.
Good steady performance, but has to keep it going to stay in the game, and that's a poor score for Suljovic. A big score here from Manley now. Could put him under a little bit of pressure, but he didn't hit the trebles as often as he needed to there. And Suljovic with the throw, with the darts, looking to level the second set of the game.
A lovely first dart as well. Finding the range here. Oh, yes.
105.
Well, 215, a lead, 104, but here's where Manley's big score comes in. Interesting, leaves him on 180. Good leg, this. Suljovic still favourite to take it.
Yes, for sure now. Manley needs a big visit to the board here. It's all gone wrong with that one, and Suljovic will step up to try and level it all up here in the second set.
Topsy once then for 2-all in this set. Yes, excellent leg there from the Austrian. 2-0 down in this set, and in both of those legs he'd had a shot at a double, but it's 2-all now, and Manley's going to get a score here. What an opportunity now for this man to really make life more difficult for the number 13 seed, Nigel.
Great darts so far. Second maximum of the game for Mensur Suljovic. And Manley all of a sudden knows that this set is in jeopardy.
This is so like that game against Andy Smith 12 months ago. Yeah, I sat watching this man. I thought this chap could play darts. He could play. He's a decent player. He's not just ordinary. He is a little bit more than that. And he's proving again here that he's not an easy man to shake off.
Yeah, very impressive. The reason
60.
that Manley holds that one-set lead is the finishing, 83% for him. Suljovic, though, putting this man under some pressure and a few wayward darts. And he's very, very inconsistent now, Peter Manley.
Yeah, great player when things are going his way and he's right on top, Peter. But I think this man's given him something to think about here. And now, what a chance to put himself on a nice little 2-dart finish, maybe a 1-dart finish, maybe even finish it off. Yes, treble 17 will be a little belter. 63 scored, 98 left, so it really he's only got to go for treble 20. It's the only option. Well, why not go for the ball and hit that and leave yourself on 48, Nigel?
Yeah, he's very profitable with the bull, Suljovic, and you can see why he's risen towards a place in the top 50 in the world. 48 he needs, double 16 to level it all up. 1 set apiece, still will return.
Well, almost a second consecutive 15-darter there for Suljovic, and interesting he hit the ball when he went for it there. If he'd hit it like as effectively as that earlier in the first leg, then he'd have won this set by now. But of course this game is all ifs and buts, whys and wherefores, and the odd which in the shape of Suljovic. So here we go, double 16 for the set. Got to move a fraction inside, not easy really. I'm surprised he hasn't moved to the right and changed the angle of delivery slightly. This will hurt him though if Manley takes this out. My, will it just.
Absolutely, John. Tall order it is, the way he's been playing. And doesn't get close. And Suljovic now, once again, shooting at that double 16. But he's missed 9 attempts out of 12 in the double. And taking plenty of time. Big shot.
Well, it's similar to the other efforts he's made. That's myself. Oh, he's made it. He's found it at last. He's won the set. He's come from 2 legs down to take that set. And
time around, pushing Peter Manley hard.
Yeah, Manley, 5 hits out of 6 attempts at the double, but the important factor to add to that is that he hasn't had a shot at a double since the second leg of that last set. 3 legs on the trot went to this man, Suljovic, and Manley was really going at a rate of knots, certainly on the doubles, but the flow certainly stemmed
45
by Suljovic, and in fairness, Manley has gone, I won't say he's gone to pieces, but he's certainly not the player he was earlier in this match.
Suljovic will have confidence and belief now after winning that second set. But Manley is a little bit astray and can't find a treble. His average has gone down to 85 now, Manley. Suljovic hits a treble with his first couple of darts. Look at this, filling the bed.
140.
And 140 again for Suljovic, his 6th 140 of the game. He's got 2 180s as well. This man yet to hit a maximum.
60.
Yeah, I won't say he's gone to pieces, but certainly Manley has been knocked off his stride. And I half expected that this fella would maybe just surprise him a little, because he is a really good dart player. A little unorthodox, you got to say. Strange action, really. Anything but classical. But he really focuses. Look at him here. Gives his all. He loves going for the bull as well. Now then, 20 will leave him, surely.
83.
Well, tops would have been, but double 10 will do, and he's walked this leg, hasn't he, again? Left.
Yeah.
Manley in his way.
Mensur requires 20.
Suljovic, the better player in the game at the moment. Double 5 needed now. And no problem at all.
Mensur Suljovic.
And he takes the first leg of the third set. Have we got a game on here? Manley has to get it together and quickly.
Yes, he does. Otherwise, if this set went to the Austrian, then Manley would be under severe pressure. Sometimes that brings the best out of him, sometimes not. I like Sid's line for them earlier, the National Elf Service.
Yeah.
Sorry, Sid, I borrowed it. It's a belter.
Certainly is. Vintage Waddell and party time at the Ali Pali. And there's still plenty of top-notch darts left in this game. Suljovic playing the better of the two at the moment. Manley, 3 times runner-up in the World Championships. Scrapping to stay not just in the match but in the tournament, of course.
It's a difficult sport, this, you'll be able to gather your scattered wits and pull yourself together again, because you're back at the hockey so quickly, you know, and I suppose a golfer can take his time and somehow find time to be able to re-establish his equilibrium and find his good game again. But it's not as easy when you're up there and you're every few seconds up there on the hockey again.
Peter require 180.
Yeah, it's hot on stage. This is more like it from Manley. Tops he needs. And tops he gets. That is much more like Peter Manley. Levels the third set. One apiece. So far, it's going with the throw.
I think what's encouraging for Peter Manley there is that that's his first shot at a double for quarter of an hour, but he hit it and is throwing at the double 86%, 6 out of 7. That's good by anybody's standards.
Yeah, it's his first visit to the board that's really been letting him down, Manley. He's been astray, whereas this guy has just hit his 9th ton 40 of the game. Everybody having a great night out here at the Ali Pali. Terrific atmosphere. And this man giving a superb account of himself against one of the more high-profile figures in the game.
Well, Manley won 5 of the first 6 legs.
Mensur require 156.
Not that this lad was throwing badly. Missed a couple of attempts himself, but especially that 1-3-2. That really would have been special. But
100.
knocked off his stride, Peter Manley. Maybe he's rediscovering it, but it looks to me as though Suljovic is going to win this leg.
95. Mensur require 56.
Suljovic going for tops and gets tops. And, well, Manley knows that he really has got a tough contest on his hands here. And has to hit some big scores here to keep Suljovic at bay. Manley with the throw. And that's a rare first start that goes astray for Suljovic. He's been pretty consistent with his first visit to the board in each leg.
Yeah, recovered well, didn't he, really? All fairness to him.
58.
Only 58 from Manley. And we nearly had one earlier today. A remarkable effort it was too. Mark Walsh, 180, 180. Then he got the treble 20. Then he got the treble 19. He didn't hesitate. He went straight for double 12. And in fairness, it was a little way in the single, but what a great round of applause he received. he went on to win the leg a couple of darts later, and went on to win his match, and very impressive he was too, Nigel.
60.
Looked good.
He certainly did. Manley
59.
has been inconsistent, and he knows he's capable of so much better. And Suljovic has been there to take advantage, averaging 90.
To leave him on 201, Manley with the throw here. Needs another score though.
100.
Maybe that's enough, but a ton 40 here makes life very interesting indeed.
Game's on a knife edge at the moment, you can sense it. Vital part of the match.
100. Peter require 127.
Either player could go out in the next 3 darts. Got to get treble 19. Got to go for bull. Got to go for it.
102.
Well, needed it then. Didn't get the ball earlier when he didn't have to go for it. Maybe the pressure was off then, but here we go. 101 for the set. Brilliant dart, double 18. Oh, you got to give it to Suljovic. That was fantastic. And he's won the third set. Manley is now in big trouble. Said this man could play darts, and my, is he demonstrating it here. But what a pro that man is, Nige. 180. As if to shut me up. I think he'd have.
Yeah, Manley bounces back straight away with his first 180 of the game.
95.
But my word, fantastic finishing from Suljovic. 2-1 ahead. And Manley, as you say, John, in a spot of bother, has to get his game together here now.
121.
And that is more like it.
Well, you asked me privately before we went on air, what did I think the score would be, and I said 3-2. But I didn't, Nigel, say to whom. And I still am not prepared to. It's a
60.
great game of darts, this. We started the day. I sat in this very seat when Mark Walsh beat Jamie Caven in a real cracker. And this one's turning out to be rather similar, different in some ways, but
60.
temperament of players, etc., and style of throw, but certainly could have the same sort of outcome.
Went for the single 20 to set himself up there, Manley. Needs tops on the next visit to the board. And Suljovic can sniff an opportunity, but he'll know there's still a heavy workload ahead
100.
against a player of Peter Manley's calibre. Going for tops. And the second attempt there, he strikes an early blow in the fourth set of the game.
Yeah, Manley with the darts in this set, and the first set went with Manley against the throw. The second set went with Suljovic against the throw. The third went with Suljovic with the throw, and this one, well, after his second maximum, his third, in fact, maximum, he's had a 177 as well. Who's to say that he won't win the match in this set?
100.
Superb scoring from Suljovic, you can see there, with 10 ton 40s and 3 maximums.
60.
Heavy scoring, which has given him the lead in this game.
Yeah, that's the big difference between the two, isn't it? You pointed out absolutely right. They're virtually the same on the 100 pluses,
90.
but on the bigger scores, the Austrian is a little way ahead of Manley. Manley on the checkout start 7 out of 10, brilliant, 70%. 7 out of 18 isn't bad for Suljovic. Shows you that they're level on legs, or what, 7 apiece. But this is not match play, this is set play, and Suljovic with the lead.
Suljovic now looking to set himself
91.
up for his next visit. That was a good last start to leave himself needing tops.
130.
To
Mensur
leave 71,
40.
but prepared to take his time, replenish his glass with water, maybe replace his flights, I know not, but take his time in preparation to aim at tops, to level up in this fourth set at one leg all.
Taking his time. Double 10 needed for Suljovic. Got to take this out. Manley's waiting to pounce. Could be an opportunity to really keep his hopes alive here, get himself right back in the match. Double 10 he needs now, Manley.
Yes, it was difficult to tell where that was for him as well, I suspect. Had to wait, got the double 10 that he needed. 2-0 up now in this set. He was 2 up in the second set, remember, and lost it. You just have the feeling that he's rediscovering his best. 8 out of 12 now. His firing at the doubles.
Yeah, he stepped it up a level now, Manley. He needed to, though. He was quite astray. And Suljovic being pegged back here. Manley with the throw, looking to make it count. Looking to level the match at 2 sets apiece.
140.
It is nicely poised, this one.
Isn't it just? Isn't it just? It's hardly a Viennese waltz for Manley, this.
59.
But if he comes out the winner, he'll tell you how much he enjoyed it, and he'll tell you how well the other fella played. If he comes out the loser, I'm not so sure he'll want to say too much.
Yeah, Manley started hitting the big scores, getting his first dart. Much better now. 1-2-1 he needs to level it all up. But he's got time on his side as well. Go back up the board now.
53.
Throwing with a good deal more confidence again, a bit more like the Manley of earlier in the match. And looking well set here to win the set. Take us into the decider. At least I'll have the score right then, Nigel. Still won't commit myself as to who's going to win it. Manley's won the set, that's for certain. 2 sets all, won that by 3 legs to 0, and he's back in the groove. 9 out of 13 hits. That's absolutely fantastic. That's how Mardle actually won his game, with 9 out of 13. Of course, we've got an extra set to play here.
Good start from Suljovic, and well, quite a game. What a way to round off day 3 of the Ladbrokes.com World Darts Championship here on Sky Sports, live at the Alexandra Palace. They've gone toe-to-toe.
105.
It looked as though Suljovic was getting a grip on the game. Manley's bounced back with some authority.
140.
And he's certainly got his game together nicely now, Manley.
Yes, a Manley sandwich. A real great start. He's certainly thrown well in the last 3 or 4 legs. In between I don't think he just went off his game like that. I think Suljovic knocked him off his stride. I really do. I think he shocked him a little bit. Stopped him.
156.
Suljovic steps up now. That's a lovely start. Well, needed another treble 20 there, but Manley now. He's going to go for it here. Good start. Treble 17 bull is the route. And Suljovic will step up now for tops. Take an early lead in the 5th set.
Yes, he's been unconvincing on that lately, and that on this occasion helps him out. How he wished he could have got it a couple of legs ago, but he's got that perfectly into the double 10. I remember saying it seemed as wide as the Danube earlier, and that was when he was starting his really good run, double 10, which helped him win the 3rd leg of the 2nd set, and he went on to come from 2 down to win that set.
100.
Of course, this particular set has to be won by at least 2 clear legs somewhere along the line.
100.
Whether it be 3-0, 3-1, or after that, certainly 4-2, 5-3, whatever.
100.
Well, scoring heavily against Suljovic. Manley needs a treble here.
60.
Didn't get it. And Suljovic, well, he can sense an opportunity. It's a very, very important
100.
treble. He's got such a unique release, Suljovic.
I don't say this of every player, but I get the impression with
100.
Suljovic that he would benefit from actually playing regularly in Britain or in Holland against really top quality players all the time, because with great respect, he doesn't get that back home in Austria and
57.
Germany.
Peter
There are some good
Manley,
players around, but
101.
not of the quality and of the volume of quality that there is here and over in Holland. And if he got this sort of contest regularly, this Suljovic really would become a
41.
real top player, Nigel.
Mensur
It's
Suljovic, 144.
not coincidence. 2 years running, so impressive, and a real competitor. Gives nothing at all. Doesn't expect to take anything at all. Good, honest dart player.
84. Peter requires
Won a lot of
60.
friends here tonight, Suljovic, as Manley goes for tops now.
Game shown in
And
second
that
leg.
was absolutely
Peter Manley.
crucial from
leg is
Peter
Mensur
Wondar Manley. He
Suljovic.
knows the significance of that. He's levelled up the fifth set, one leg apiece, and still we have no further idea as to which of these two players is going to go through to face
105.
Dudbridge next weekend.
That's right, you reach a stage in the game where the first mistake is often the last mistake, and neither player wants to
60.
make it. Manley certainly was happy to get that double top eventually.
Yeah, and a terrific game to round off
140.
this session. Been a great night, great day. With some wonderful darts.
100.
And these two have put on a real show for us here at the Alexandra Palace. The final game of the third day. And still,
95.
they're hard at it, battling for supremacy, desperate to make it through to the second round.
Yes, and a great last dart from Suljovic. Anxiety starting to show in his case, in that he's leaning forward and
60.
almost overstepping
Mensur
as he releases the dart.
161.
He's over-concentrating now. He's so determined to do well that he's over-concentrating. That's not a criticism. That's an observation. It shows how much he's involved in this match, and he's still hitting the target. It's great to watch. Wanted the treble next door for the ball. They wouldn't necessarily have gone for the ball.
160.
Well, gets it then, Nige. What a player. What a player.
Yeah, he's spot on with a bull, isn't he, Suljovic? You made a great point, John, about the fact that he would benefit from playing regularly.
45.
Double 16 needed to go 2-1 ahead. Now double 8. He was so close there. And so
29.
close again. Big visit to the board for Manley. Needs a 1-4-1 checkout now.
Can't get it. Long way off the target. Maybe an indication of the pressure he's feeling.
90.
Both players now feeling it.
Mensur
We're coming to crunch
requires
time
60.
if we're not there already. And this a must now for the Austrian. An absolute must. Got to hold your throw in this at this stage. Like I said, first mistake could be the last.
Double 8 needed then.
Game
Suljovic
shown
gets
in
there.
third leg. Mensur
And,
Suljovic.
Goes 2-1 ahead, and if he can break Manley's throw,
Game on.
he will go through to the second round. Manley needed a
60.
treble there. Now, chance for Suljovic to win the darts back effectively here.
Oh, Peter Manley under pressure, big time, big time, big time. This lad now desperately needs another treble. This will be the start.
100.
Against the tongue, though. A 140 really would have hurt Manley, but he's made of stern stuff, isn't he?
140.
What a leg this is! What a leg this is! A ton in it.
Yeah, Manley skating on thin ice at the moment.
85.
Again, that last start, and all three surrounding the treble. We're privileged to be watching this and commentating on it, Nigel. It really is an honest dart match between two players who are really giving 100% and more, if it's possible to give more than 100%.
140.
Good turn 40 from Suljovic there.
Yep.
Manley's astray. And again, he needs a treble.
41.
Didn't get it.
Might be the throw that wrecks his chance, because Suljovic here, with a three-figure score, puts himself firmly in position to win the match.
100.
What a last start again. So many times we're saying it.
Again, Manley hits the one there.
40.
And now Suljovic. Could this be a momentous moment in the World Championship?
Thank you.
Once again, not for the first time, he walks away and takes time.
Yes, Nigel, and the one thing, he doesn't have to hit a treble. He'd rather hit treble 20 and have two darts at the double, but 20, 16 and tops would be sufficient. What a moment.
20 for tops for the match. Tops for Suljovic to beat Manley.
36.
Manley for Shanghai on 20. He's done it so many times over his illustrious career. That's unconvincing. So's that he's a man
80.
who knows that it's out of his hands now, as the 36-year-old
Thank you, ladies and gentlemen.
Suljovic from Austria steps up now to the hockey, wanting tops to take out three times former finalist Peter Manley. Good night, Vienna, to Manley. If this man from Vienna, his lovely wife and baby child watching there on the sidelines as he looks at that target, double 10. Is it as wide as the Danube this time? Oh, yes, that is it!